Is your idea of getting hot and sweaty lifting your fork? Is your only late-night action a secret rendezvous with cake? Superstar nutritionist Gillian McKeith is on a mission to help this woman.
I've got just 8 weeks for Annalisa to feel alive and full of sex appeal.
But can she break the bad habits of a lifetime?
You're actually killing yourself. Annalisa is consumed by eating. I need to show her that stuffing her face is simply a crutch and a surefire way to stifling her libido.
Annalisa loves to eat. A lot.
I can't stop myself. I eat because I have an emotion. It's always that quick fix. I go to it if I'm feeling good. I go to it if I'm feeling bad.
Her fattening fare? Pickles, pop, coffee, and mountains of cake.
Cake makes me happy. Just saying cake puts a smile on my face.
And pasta is a family favorite.
I do love my pasta.
Annalisa is married to Bernie. They have 2 kids. Very active kids.
Mommy's tired.
But when things finally get quiet, Annalisa's mind gets active.
I have insomnia. At night, my mind starts thinking of all the things that I should be doing to make my life better. I come down and take a piece of my happy cake.
From her lips to her hips.
I don't feel comfortable in my own skin.
And she doesn't want Bernie to touch it.
Someone touching my skin just makes me cringe.
Hubby Bernie is Annalisa's binging buddy.
I eat everything. I'll eat what she eats.
No problem for buff Bernie, but for Annalisa, it's a blubbery burden.
I went from being super skinny to huge. I've battled my weight my whole life.
She isn't the size that she was before, but that doesn't matter to me. Annalisa, are you ready?
Do you look like I'm ready?
You look beautiful.
Oh,
what's wrong with what you're wearing?
This is not what I want to hear right now.
She thinks everyone's against her.
And I want to fix this. I want us to be happy. I want to feel like we did before, like holding hands and be happy together. I want to feel sexy again.
Cue nutritionist Gillian McKeith. She's just the woman to help this emotional overeater feel fabulous and foxy again. But she's in for a sickly sweet surprise.
Annalisa, to my horror, she was digging in big style.
Time to see what's in the fridge.
Okay. Oh my God. Are you selling pickles?
No, I eat pickles.
You're a salt fiend. You don't drink water.
No.
Water never goes near her, except when she brushes her teeth. Don't you think that's a bit dangerous?
Yes, she scared me a little bit.
Chocolate. Well, that's not a surprise, is it? What's this? Ugh, dinks. What is in there?
Beef, tomato, and cheese. What's wrong with eating lasagna?
This is a recipe for gas. Everything is salt infested, sugar infested. It's a recipe for ill health. We have got to talk, Annalisa. This is dire.
Time to unveil the hard facts behind what Annalisa really consumes in just one day.
I don't think you really know what you're doing with your food, what it means when you put it into your body. So are you ready?
Yes.
Let's start with your chocolatey cereal, whatever that is. How much added sugar do you think it's in your cereal bowl?
Oh my God.
13 grams, unlucky for some, of sugar.
Wow.
You see no connection with sugar addiction, maybe? How much sodium is in your pickle?
500 milligrams.
You wish! 1,251 milligrams of sodium in 1 cup of pickles.
It's scary.
How many calories do you think is in that whole cake? And you do eat a whole cake in one day?
Yes. 4 to 450.
450? You wish. So maybe keep eating. 877 calories.
Wow. It was shocking.
You're actually killing yourself. And you didn't even know it. Are you okay? Have I helped you out? Yeah?
It was definitely a reality check.
Time for one more because everything in that kitchen has to go.
Annalisa, start tossing all the things that have caused you to become bloated, overweight, and miserable.
My pickles. And goodbye to happiness. My pop.
She's terrified. Her belly's starting to shrink already. It's all she's known. Ever. Put the lid on, please.
When I slammed that lid on the garbage, throwing it out was sad because I'm seeing part of my life go.
All of Annalisa's overeating is affecting her health, her mood, and her mojo. The evidence will be on her body, and I'm taking her back to my clinic to prove it. Annalisa, I want you and I to look at what this kind of weight that you're carrying around is doing to your health.
I was so nervous to take my robe off in front of Gillian.
How do you feel?
Terrible.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
To disrobe in front of me is a true living nightmare for her.
I knew what I was going to hear, and I wasn't ready to hear it.
Are you ready?
Annalisa is obese. At 5'5", she weighs 215 pounds. She suffers from insomnia and constipation.
I think you should look at yourself.
I can't stand the skin that I'm in. If I had another body, it'd probably be a lot different.
Annalisa has never, ever felt sexy. Dark circles under the eyes. You need more hydration.
Yes.
Not too bad today.
Okay.
But is it because you're not sleeping? What is it?
I have poor sleeping habits.
Let's take a look at your tongue. Pardon me for saying, but disgusting mucky coating at the back. Your tongue is screaming there's something going on with the bowels. I would not want to share a toilet with you.
That's what my husband says.
Can you just lift your arm up for a minute? Where? I'm just trying to find the liver. Is it tender there?
A little.
Ooh.
In addition to her own physical exam, Gillian sent urine samples to the lab, and the results back up her findings.
There's 2 detox pathways for the liver. It's a bit like phase 1 is where you gather up the rubbish.
Right.
And phase 2 is where you carry it away. And phase 1, okay. But phase 2, we need to watch. I'm not going to kid you. You've worked very hard to get like this.
I've let food control my life.
No, you've let bad food control your
Yes.
life. Because I think in there somewhere, there's something about you. I think you'd like to be a bit mischievous.
A little.
There's a sexy little firebird in Annalisa, deep inside. And I've just got to help her find the key to unlock the door.
I know that it's gonna be a challenge, but I'm ready for it.
If Annalisa wants to feel foxy again, I need to enlist her binging buddy Bernie on my program as well. Annalisa does not like herself in this body.
No, I don't want her to feel that way.
She needs to be top of the list. And so that means giving her some space and time to focus on what I want her to do. So that's where you come in. I know the pasta thing is big in this house, but it's just too sticky a substance for Annalisa at the moment while she's trying to lose weight.
Right, okay.
So we're gonna put a moratorium on that whole wheat pasta with these rich, heavy sauces for the time being. He's in shock because that is all he knows. The second thing is I want you to start growing sprouts.
Okay.
And she's going to eat them in her salads and put them in her soups and stews.
Yeah.
You promise?
I will.
You can't break that promise now.
Definitely.
Okay, you mean it, right?
I do. It'll be a bit difficult, but definitely something that I'll support her with.
But is Annalisa ready to accept Gillian's pasta-free food plan?
I calculated that you spend at least $170 a week.
Wow.
So what you see before you is a heck of a lot less.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it's very nice. Dumping the salt and the sugar will save her $35 each week.
So you are going to have oats because it's a good source of B vitamin.
It's not the best thing that I've tasted, but I'm willing to try.
They make something called a vena sativa from oats. And guess what it's for?
Gas?
Gas? No, come on.
Oh, libido.
You know what they say? Sow your wild oats. Okay, bloating. What I want you to do, I want you to drink aloe vera juice before your meals. You'll find your digestion will most likely improve.
Yeah. Yeah, I just felt gagged.
It's just that it's bitter.
Yeah.
Bitter's helpful to the liver. All those toxins need a bit of help moving out, don't you think? Mm-hmm. Annalisa, I need you to make me believe that you're going to do what I'm saying.
I need to keep my promises because I know if I don't, she'll be back.
Annalisa, part of your problem is you put too many different food groups on the same plate at the same time. So for example, your lasagna is a recipe for bloating.
When it comes to food combining, there are 4 main food groups, and each group digests at a different rate.
What you're doing is you're putting dense proteins like meat and cheese with pasta.
I didn't know that would make me gassy.
Not to mention the smelly poos and burping. So what I want you to do is dense proteins, keep them separate from dense carbs,
Okay.
like rice and potatoes.
It was just interesting, and it makes sense not to mix them. Right.
You can mix non-starchy vegetables, leafy greens, and seeds with either group. Fruits, you eat by themselves, never for dessert, because they digest the quickest.
But, like every good rule, there's one exception.
Watermelon and melons digest even quicker than the other fruits, so keep them separate. If she follows my food combining methods, she'll have more energy and she won't need to be snacking on rubbish.
It's just 2 days into the Gillian McKeith plan, and Annalisa is shopping, loading,
I love having my fridge stocked.
and chopping her way to a much sexier self.
I like doing all of my prep at one time because it's easier to have everything ready for me.
She's eating right, but not drinking at all.
I hate water. I can go a full day without drinking it.
Bad idea, Annalisa.
My side hurts. I feel disgusting right now.
That's because nothing going in means nothing coming out. After being bunged up for days, she calls Gillian for advice.
Now, the only reason your bowels are not moving is because you're just not drinking enough liquid and you're now taking in a lot more fiber.
Okay.
I know that you don't like water,
Right.
but you could freshly juice an apple and put that into some warm water.
Oh, okay.
And so there's nothing to worry about. You've just got to drink more liquid.
Okay.
So she tries Gillian's tips.
Now that Gillian's told me that I can add an apple to my water, it's so good.
And it's just what the doctor ordered. It's 3 weeks into the plan, and Annalisa is ramping things up.
I feel like there's changes being made to my body. I'm not intimidated. I never thought I'd feel this good.
But will she cave to one constant craving?
I so miss my coffee. Bernie wants me to keep it in the house. So I come in for a quick smell. I guess it's gonna be tea for me.
But it won't take much to push this Java junkie over the edge.
Can you make me a coffee?
I'm so angry with Bernie because he knows how hard it is for me to give up coffee and he still makes me make it for him. It's upsetting to me because he's so inconsiderate.
You okay?
It drives me crazy.
It's halfway through Gillian's plan, and this former overeater is overwhelmed.
Cooking, prepping, buying, that's not good for you, this is good for you. I don't have time for this.
And dishing up special orders for the rest of the family isn't helping either.
What are you making?
Their sandwich, their pasta, and then I have to make my food. It's really difficult for me because before I was preparing one meal and now I'm preparing 3.
And hubby Bernie seems to have forgotten that small matter of his promise to Gillian.
We're going to put a moratorium on that pasta.
It'll be a bit difficult, but definitely something that I'll support her with. Well, at least I'm not eating pasta anymore.
There you go.
Yeah, great, Bernie. I'm sure that's helping.
I feel like I'm not being supported by my husband. I'm very overwhelmed with this.
I can feel sorry for her. I just want to support Annalisa.
Worried that he's gone too far, Bernie prepares something special to get back into Annalisa's good books.
Hi, Annalisa. I think you're doing an amazing job here. You're a beautiful woman. I know that. I can see that, and I know that you can too. I will always be there for you, and I don't want to stop looking at that beautiful woman that I married and that I've been with for the past 16 years. I just can't wait to see the happier you. I love you very much, and I'm so very proud of you.
I've just been so stressed. It's amazing to see that.
With 3 weeks to go, Annalisa is exhausted.
I need some me time, me space. Everything's about this plan.
So hubby Bernie finally chips in, which gives Annalisa a chance to chill out.
I so deserve this after all this hard work.
It seems he's actually learned his lesson.
I want you to start growing sprouts.
Okay.
Done. Now it's time to taste Farmer Bernie's harvest.
Oh, what are you doing?
Just making a salad.
Oh, that's so sweet.
There you go.
Annalisa is much less stressed, but there's one thing still keeping her up at night. Can she resist that familiar urge to late-night snack?
I need to show her how to calm that overactive mind before she starts overeating again.
When I heard that knock on the door and I thought it was Gillian,
Oh, that took you long enough. Gosh, what are you wearing, Annalisa?
I was shocked.
Always on the job, always thinking of you.
I've been having late night cravings. I'm still thinking about cake.
So alternatives, that's what you need for snacks. Problem sleeping? No problem. Lettuce. You can munch away on lettuce at night if you like.
Okay.
You can even make a lettuce soup, actually.
Oh.
The reason lettuce is good at night is because it contains something called lactocin, which has a soporific effect on the body. So it relaxes and calms. You could have a little lettuce roll up. You could put some seeds.
Delicious.
Evening snack. It'd be delicious, wouldn't it? Yeah. Then, pumpkin seeds are being looked at for their effect on sleep because they contain something called tryptophan, a precursor to the sleep hormone, melatonin.
Right.
So you could munch on those. And the double effect of pumpkin seeds is that they also contain zinc, the sexy mineral.
Oh. I can use some
I
of
don't
those.
know if you'd want to be sleeping, actually. Then, of course, the old standby chamomile tea containing calming, relaxing compounds. Then I showed her how to make my seed balls. A fantastic snack and certainly a substitute for any cake. All right, Annalisa, cakes are gone, they're history out of your mind. And over here, I've got my seed balls.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and sesame seeds, and miso. My seed balls to help relax and get her to sleep. So take the lid off and chuck in 50 grams of each of the seeds.
I love making those seed balls. There's process and steps, and it's things that the kids can get involved in too. It's like making cookies. You're rolling the balls. It's fun.
You're sleeping like a baby. Okay, now you can try it.
It's really good.
Oh, of course it's really good. What'd you expect?
No more cake for me.
Now she's eating right, Annalisa is sure to get some sleep. Getting enough rest is step number 1 to improving your mojo. Step number 2 is reconnecting with your partner. She's going to teach you how to foxtrot with a bit of sexiness thrown in.
When Gillian told me that we were going to do the foxtrot, I thought it was hilarious.
I've heard of the dance, I didn't know what it was.
We felt young and, flirting. We felt like we were dating again.
I haven't seen her have this much fun in such a long time.
After 6 weeks of eating right, Annalisa's new routine is starting to feel old.
Oh, the almighty mung bean. Can never have enough mung bean. It's driving me crazy. I can't stand the mung bean anymore, but I have to do what Gillian said. He's my little devil on my shoulder. I have to chop one more pepper. I feel like I'm gonna lose it.
But there's one thing she has yet to tire of.
Making Gillian's famous seed balls. Just throwing everything in. Seed balls have made any thought of cake literally evaporate from my brain. I have them before I go to bed, and once I'm up there, I'm out like a light. My insomnia is pretty much gone.
With 1 week left and a good night's sleep, things are looking up.
Oh, finally, the dark circles are going. All the sleeping that I've been doing has been helping me. Wow. It's about time.
And further south, everything is flowing. Regularly.
It's so wonderful to be regular.
And it's not just Annalisa who's embracing the changes.
I have a whole new relationship with food. Food is for nutrition. It's not my ball and chain anymore. It's no longer for emotional eating. Who says you can't play with your food?
Not me.
8 weeks ago, ample Annalisa was stuffing her face with sweets and salt. Are those days gone forever? Has she finally satisfied her insatiable appetite and eaten herself sexy? By following Gillian's plan, Annalisa is now 2 dress sizes smaller. She shed 4 inches from her hips and has lost an impressive 20 pounds.
Annalisa, you take my breath away.
Thank you.
Not just weight, you've lost years.
Yes.
You look so much younger.
Yes.
When I saw Annalisa, I thought, you look absolutely beautiful.
I have had people come up to me and they think I'm in my 20s.
I am very proud of Annalisa. She's done everything I've asked of her, and the result speaks for itself. Your face, it is glowing. It's saying, look at me.
Yes.
You've no dark circles. Dark circles under the eyes. You need more hydration.
Gone.
And the bowels are moving for
Yes.
you? Your tongue is screaming. There's something going on with the bowels.
I don't even know what constipation is.
Late night eating?
Late night eating is absolutely gone.
And it shows.
Yeah. I noticed the difference tremendously.
Do you feel sexy now?
I feel completely sexy.
I can't wait to hear what your husband's going to say when he sees you today.
Me too.
Okay, I'm so glad to have worked with you.
Thank you so much.
I'm a little bit nervous. I just can't wait to see her. Wow, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Here.
Thank you.
Stunning, beautiful. Wow, words can't even describe it. I'm speechless. You look absolutely beautiful.
I did it.
Yeah, no, you did. I love it.
This is the new me. You have a new wife.
Yeah. Because she took my breath away. You know, she's a beautiful woman, and it just made her that much more beautiful. So I was very surprised. Very surprised.
I feel so sexy. This is our new life together. I've eaten myself sexy.
By removing the toxic foods that were clogging her system and dampening her spirit, Annalisa has managed to turn the tide on her life. She's eaten herself happy and sexy.
I feel amazing. I actually have the attention of my husband again.
You always had it.
I feel like I'm in high school again. We're getting it back. The mojo's for later on tonight.
Cheers.